Hello students, welcome back to my channel Bansal Biology. In today's video, we are going to see that how much questions we have to attempt in CSI and NET so that we can qualify very easily. In this video, I am also going to share my experience that how many questions I have attempted in CSI and NET examination so that my score was 140.5 in the examination. Okay, this video is also very special because many students are confused with how many units they should prepare. So from this they will get an idea that how much unit they should prepare for cracking the CSI and NET examination very easily, as they will know that how many questions they have to attempt. For me, that finding out that how many questions I have attempted 2 years before that, because I have cleared my examination in December 2018. So it was quite difficult to recall, but luckily I have my paper that I have given in 2018 examination. So this paper I have all the questions ticked that I have attempted. So luckily I was able to recall by this. So let's get started with the video. First of all, in this slide I will tell you that how many questions I have attempted in the CSI and NET examination. Okay, so in this I will talk about mine. Then in the second slide we will see that how many questions you must attempt. So we know that there are 3 sections: A section, B section and C section. Okay, the A section is of general aptitude, the B section is regarding the subject that we have applied, and C section is also for the subject that we have applied. In the general aptitude, there are total of 20 questions, out of which we have to attempt 15. In B section, there are total of 50 questions, out of which we have to attempt 35 only. And in C section, there are 75 questions, but we only have to attempt 25. So it is the pesty. So 15 into 2 is equals to 30, as the A section is of 2 marks. The B section is also of 2 marks. So 35 into 2 is equals to 70. And the C section is of 4 marks. So 25 into 4 is equals to 100 marks. Okay, so this is total of 200 marks paper. And in A section, there is negative half marks. In B section also there is a negative half marks. And in C section, there is a negative of 1 mark. 25% is the negativity. Okay, so for securing a JRF, the maximum you can go for 120 marks. Like at this marks, you will feel totally secure that yes, you have cleared the JRF, because the maximum cutoff till now has gone 120 marks for the general category. And for LS, it is nearly 100 marks for the general category for the lecturership. Okay, so these two are we will take in consideration that if we want to clear JRF examination, how much marks we should have, that is 120 marks. So regarding this, first I will tell you my experience that how many questions I have attempted, how many questions were wrong, so that you can get an idea. For in section A, I attempted total of 11 questions. Okay, in section B, I attempted total of 23 questions, and in section C, I have attempted total of 25 questions. I know it was a bit risky to attempt all the 25 questions of section C. No professor or no one will tell you that attempt all the 25 questions. Why I attempted that? Because I was very confident regarding the section C part. I have prepared hell out of it for the section C. So I have prepared very much for the section C, so that I was bit confident for the section C. So for 11 into 2, I have attempted 22 marks here. 23 into 2, that is 46. I have attempted 46 marks of here. And into 4 is equals to 100. Okay, so this much marks I have attempted, that is 100 plus 46 plus 23, that is 861. 168 marks of paper I have attempted, and 140.5 was my score. Okay, so for this, in section A, my 7 questions were correct, 4 questions were wrong. So 7 into 2 is equals to 14, and 4 questions were wrong. So 4 questions were wrong, that is the negative marking of 4 questions is 2 marks. So I secured 12 marks in this. Okay, clear 2, that is half marks for per question. Out of 23, my 20 questions were correct, if I am right, yes. And out of this, my 20 into 4 is equals to 40, and 40 and 3 questions were wrong. So 3 questions negative marking, that is 1.5. This is negative marking. So 140 minus 1.5 is 38.5. Okay. So in B section, my marks were 38.5, while in C section, 2 questions were wrong. So 23 into 2, that is 92, minus 2 negative marks, and that makes 90. So this was my attempt. In this I got 90, in this I got 38.5, and this I got 12 marks. So this will total make 140.5 marks. Okay, so this was my let's now see that how much questions we must attempt for clearing very easily the CSIR NET examination. This was just to give an idea that this much you can attempt in the paper if your preparation is very good, especially regarding the B section and especially regarding the C section. Now let's see how much questions we can attempt. Okay, so once again I will make 3 columns, that is A, B and C. If first of all I will see about the A section, if you are not preparing that much regarding the A section, I would suggest you to attempt 9 questions. That are very well and good to attempt 9 questions, and 9 into 2 is equals to 18 marks. That a very good score for the A section. For B section, I would suggest you to go for 23 questions. That is 23 into 2 is 6 and 46 marks. This much I have also attempted. So nearly this much. So this is a very good number of questions. You can go 1 or 2 on and off. Like if you have attempted 21 in this, you can attempt 11 in this. You can go on and off for this. But out of 50 questions, you can easily attempt 23 questions. Okay, and then for C section, I would once again suggest 23 questions. That will make a 92. Okay, why 23 questions? Because there is some confusion with the short questions and we don't have that much of time, and we are very sure about the 23 questions. So this is a very good number of questions. You can go once again on and off. You can go for 24, you can go for 22. You can calculate the value. If you are going for section A, like you are attempted 7 questions in section A, you are attempting 22 questions in section B, so you can go for 24 questions in section C. So you can just calculate like this, so that you know that how much questions you have to attempt in the CSIR NET examination to qualify it very easily. Okay, so in A section you can go for 2 questions that are wrong. Okay, because 7 question you can go for 7 correct question in CSIR NET examination. Those are very easy questions. So for 2 into 0.5, that is the wrong. So 1 marks is only lost, plus of 2 into 2, that is 4. Okay, 5 marks has been lost, 1 of negative and 2 of the marks that each question contains. So 5 questions are wrong. So 18 minus 5 is equals to 13 marks. Here you have scored 13 marks. That is a very good number. Then let's first come to C section. In C section, for example, you were able to solve only 20 questions very well and 3 questions were wrong. Okay, so 20 into 2 goes to 80 and 3 questions are wrong in this. So 3 questions are wrong. So 3 into 1 is equals to 3 marks are wrong, negative. So 80 minus 3 is 77. So in this 77 marks you obtained. Now 77 plus 13 is equals to 0 and 1, 8, 19. You just need a 30 marks for the selection. So here if you are going for an attempt of 23 questions, so just assume that 6 questions are wrong. Okay, 6 questions are wrong, so that means 17 questions are correct. So 17 into 2 is equals to 34 marks and plus negative marking. So 6 into 0.5 is 3 marks are wrong. Okay, so 34 minus 3 is equals to 31 marks. Okay, so you have secured 90 plus 31, that is 121 marks. Congratulations, you are selected in CSIR NET examination. Okay, so this is just I am telling you that to clear 121, how many questions you must attempt. So in section B and in section A, you can easily attempt 23 questions and 9 questions. Plus in section B, we have taken a very much of the wrong questions. And in section B, section C, there is a number of choices that are there. So you will choose only those questions that you know very well. So in this, the chances of getting negative questions is less as compared to B, because in B section there is less number of choice, while in C is there is a huge number of choices for the questions. So this is nearly the number of questions you must attempt for getting clearly selected in the CSIR NET examination. And now from here you can see that how many units you have to do perfectly for the clearing the CSIR NET examination, and how many questions you must attempt for the clearing of CSIR NET examination. This is just a base that I have given you so that you can get an idea. Once again, you can go on and off regarding each section, but this is the base. So take it as a base and use it. Just go for minimum 120 marks for the JRF if you want to clear JRF. Okay guys, so I hope this video was helpful to you guys and you got some idea regarding the questions, how many questions you must attempt. So thank you so much guys for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and share this video with all your friends guys. Thank you so much.